What you saying, ladies and gents, it is your boy BucketHatSam, and we're back again today for Game Week 22 predictions, and it was a successful Game Week 21 for everyone. Big shout out to Brendan Kennelly and Id Stewart for the most correct predictions. Please comment your predictions below, but before we start, I'm wearing the Olympique Lyonnais old shirt. Are we rating or are we hating it? Please let me know in the comment sections below. So let's roll that intro. Now on to our first game of the week, and this potentially could be the biggest game of the week. It's a huge relegation battle where 20th place Sheffield United host 19th place West Bromwich Albion. And yes, West Bromwich Albion off the back of a draw with Fulham, but if you'd have watched that game, West Brom should have been down about 4-0 at half time, and if Sheffield United can clinically finish, they could potentially finish West Bromwich Albion off in the first half like Fulham should have done. But Sheffield United are in top form after only narrowly losing out to Manchester City and beating Manchester United the week before. So sadly for West Brom fans out there, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Sheffield United win. And now on to our next game where 14th place Wolves host 10th place Arsenal, and Wolves are in some really bad form, losing 3 in their last 4 games against an Arsenal side who again are in top form, unbeaten now in 5 after a boring draw against Manchester United, but I think they'll change that. I am going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal away win. And now on to our next game where 2nd place Manchester United host 11th place Southampton, and Manchester United now have only won 1 in 3 games. Yep, that title race I think, or that title chase for them I think may be over against the Southampton side now who have lost 3 games on the spin, pretty out of form. But for me, I think this will be a close game. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Now on to our next game where 13th place Newcastle host 15th place Crystal Palace, and both of these sides before this weekend just gone were in pretty poor form, but Newcastle absolutely destroying Everton and Crystal Palace destroying the Wolves. Both are going to be in high spirits. I think this will be a tough game for Newcastle though, with Crystal Palace's pace and attack, with Schlupp, Zaha, Jordan Ayew. They're all pacey, and let's not forget Easy, or Eze, how I should say it, but I keep saying Easy and I need to get that out of my head. But for me, I am going to go for a 2-0 Palace away win. Now on to our next game where Pep Guardiola's Manchester City go to Turf Moor to face Burnley, and Burnley now have not beaten Manchester City since 2015, so they're in pretty bad form against the side. With a Manchester City side now, if they win, they will make this 13 wins now in all competitions consecutively. They will be the first side to do it since Arsenal in 2002. But for me, I think they're going to do it. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Manchester City away win. And now on to our next game where 18th place Fulham host 4th place Leicester, and in the reverse fixture Fulham got their first win of the season at Leicester in a pretty tight game with a Leicester side without Jamie Vardy, their target man, their main man, and Ayoze Perez started up front against Leeds, and you could really see he's just not on Jamie Vardy's level, and that's the problem for Leicester. They don't have a brilliant backup striker against a Fulham side who we saw get a good draw against West Brom but should have won. They should have taken their chances in the first half, and I think that may come to haunt them against the Leicester side who've got Harvey Barnes, Maddison, who can both score goals. So for me, I think it's going to be a very close game, but I'm going to go for a Leicester 2-1 away win. And now on to our next game where 12th place Leeds host 8th place Everton, and now Everton have only won 1 in their last 3 games, and that's only down to one person. It's Jordan Pickford. The bloke is awful. He's horrendous. Why isn't Olsen starting? Pickford should be nowhere near the England side. He makes mistake after mistake after mistake, and people still defend him, and he's only got little dinosaur hands. Against a Leeds side now who've got 2 wins on the bounce, who look in brilliant form after beating a top Leicester side. So for me, I am going to go for a 3-1 Leeds domination. And now on to our next game where 9th place Villa hosts 5th place West Ham. And now the Villa's bogey side is definitely West Ham. They have not beaten West Ham in their last 9 games against the West Ham side who are in pretty good form. Before the weekend, after their battering against Liverpool, they'd won 5 games on the spin. So now they've only lost 1 in their last 6 games, which is pretty good form going to a Villa side who now, I know it was very controversial and I'm not going to touch on some of the decisions and some of the rules we saw against Saints, but they still won. But for me, I think Villa are going to turn their form around against West Ham. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Villa home win. And now on to our next game, where Brighton travel to Anfield to play Liverpool. And now both sides will be buzzing after big wins. Liverpool absolutely smashing West Ham, and Brighton after dominating Mourinho's Spurs. And the thing is, Brighton will be full of confidence going to the Liverpool after Liverpool lost to Burnley last game at home, losing their 68-game home winning streak. But I think Liverpool want to put that right and get back to winning ways, and I think they will. I am going to go for a 3-0 win for Liverpool at home. And now onto the biggest game of Game Week 22 and the final game of Game Week 22. Chelsea travel to Tottenham to face Mourinho's Spurs, who pretty much got embarrassed by a relegation side, Brighton. And Chelsea now under Tuchel have shown a different side, relied on experienced players like Alonso and Azpilicueta. But the thing is, they look really good, to be honest. Tuchel, an unbeaten start for him. So what's the score going to be? Comment your predictions below for all these games. But for me, I think Mourinho's Spurs, I know I keep predicting them wins and they keep letting me down. But for me, I think they've got an edge against, when they seem to be the underdogs, they always seem to pull something out, some desire. I don't know if I'm deluded, but for me, I think potentially Spurs will win 1-0. A big thanks for watching, guys. I asked you all in the last video to try and help me get to 600 subscribers, and you absolutely smashed it. We're now at 620 subscribers, so thanks everyone. We're growing in the masses. And yeah, comment your predictions below, because whoever gets the most right will get a shout out in my next video. And comment below what you're thinking of the shirt. It's Leon. Please be nice, don't be horrible, because I think it's a beautiful shirt really. But yeah, BucketHatSam, over and out.